Okay, so we see that the market is insanely bullish, minus Tesla, of course, right? We're gonna talk about it in a minute. And the indices and many other stocks are approaching their all-time highs again. So everyone seems very optimistic, so let's see if this optimism is justified or not and what could possibly jeopardize this movement. Welcome to the Finance Hydra channel. My name is Nathan. It is a pleasure to see you guys over here. I'm a professional trader and founder of the 5% project, helping individual traders make consistent profits on the market, improve your performance and get ahead of the other 95% around you and join the 5% project. QR code right here, link in the fixed comment below as well. Now, as we can see here, SPY is clearly bullish. We are making higher highs, higher lows, trading above the 21 EMA, the exponential moving average, and the 21 EMA is pointing upwards right now. When we look at the weekly chart, we see that SPY recently made a pullback to the 21 EMA area again, approaching the 497 support level as well, which was a previous open gap over here, which did act as a support level. What a coincidence, right? I always tell you guys in this channel, gaps work as magnets for the price when we see reversals. Okay, we saw a reversal, we saw the price closing this gap over here, which did work as a support level as well, and right now we are just bouncing on the daily chart, on the weekly chart as well, approaching the all-time high around $524. All right, so it is a very technical movement. Now you may say, but Nathan, we are making a bearish candlestick pattern today, right? This is a bearish signal. Yes, it is, but it is not a top signal. It could be, but it is not yet, because seeing just one bearish candlestick pattern is not enough. Just like it wasn't over here on May 7, right? We saw a possible top signal, but this top signal wasn't triggered. So as long as we don't see any crystal clear bearish reaction confirmed, SPY will just continue its upwards momentum until we reach the all-time high again. We could even possibly break the all-time high area and trigger another bullish pivot point on the weekly chart, because this is what SPY has been doing, right? It is still in a bull trend, so we are still bullish. There is not a single meaningful bearish reaction suggesting a top signal, and this is quite interesting because it is gonna affect our stocks in a bullish way, of course, but except for Tesla, which we're gonna talk about it in a minute. When we analyze QQQ, the situation is not that optimistic, all right? It is not, because QQQ failed to trigger its own bullish pivot point over here, all right? We made a top, we tried to correct over here, but we failed to break the $441.77. So by failing to break and close above this key resistance area, QQQ is showing some weakness to us, all right? And this is gonna affect our tech stocks negatively, because this increases the chances of a pullback to the 21 EMA. It is not gonna act as a meaningful reversal structure, but it is gonna act as a pullback in a bull trend to its next technical support levels. And how this is gonna affect our stocks? Well, in this scenario, Tesla is gonna keep going down, because if we don't see any meaningful bullish catalyst over here, it is just gonna try to seek our next technical support levels. We see the $164 over here as a next technical target, but honestly, if you ask me, in my humble opinion, all right, we are going to retest the 157, unless if we see a miraculous reaction next week, closing above the 172, closing above the 21 EMA again, confirming a bottom signal around this area. Only then Tesla might have some chances of actually reversing this bearish sentiment, because right now Tesla is in bearish territory. We are below the 21 EMA again. We are losing the previous support levels as well. The gap support over here around 172 is not holding the price anymore. So we are right now in bearish territory. Now you may say, Nathan, is this a sell signal then? No, not necessarily. It all depends on your strategy. If you say, Nathan, to me Tesla is a sell, because, well, we lost many important support levels. I believe we're gonna retest the 157 again, and I'm gonna just set a stop loss above today's high, or maybe yesterday's high, just in case. The risk-reward ratio is very good, and I'm gonna short below important resistance levels. Okay, great. Who am I to disagree with such robust trading strategy, right? Okay, you may be right, but if you ask me, if Tesla actually confirms a bottom signal in this area, then it is gonna be a buying opportunity, all right? It is gonna be a crystal clear buying opportunity. I have been waiting for such opportunity right now because I already oriented the members of our Telegram channel to buy inverse ETFs over here while we were trading around this resistance level. So since then, to me, Tesla has been just a sell. I was waiting patiently for a buy signal around this key support area so we can reverse our position and buy, but such bullish signal failed to materialize, so there is no buy signal yet. But if we see one, great. Now, what kind of bullish signal are you expecting, Nathan? I don't know. I will only know when I see one. Remember, trading is reactive, not predictive. I don't know what kind of reaction Tesla is gonna make tomorrow or in the next few days, but all that I know is that since we are in a critical support level, we gotta be extremely careful, all right? But yes, I do agree that as long as we don't see any meaningful reaction, Tesla is gonna be just a sell. 157 is gonna be our next technical target, and this is it. And this is especially true because on the weekly chart, the situation looks horrible. Looks just horrible for Tesla. This sucks because we see Tesla failing to materialize a bullish reversal chart structure over here right under the resistance level at the 21 EMA on the weekly chart, which coincidentally is right around the 186 area, the gap resistance level over here, which Tesla made a false breakout last week. So all of these signals are quite horrible for Tesla. They suggest that we could easily retest lower levels from here. We're going to just maintain the previous bearish sentiment. In the lack of a real bullish reversal structure, we are going to maintain the previous bearish bias, all right? We gotta see a real active reaction suggesting that we're gonna reverse this bearish sentiment. As long as we don't see one, Tesla will remain bearish, all right? Meaning it has to do something to convince me that it is going to reverse, not otherwise, all right? I'm not saying that Tesla is bullish right now anymore because we are clearly bearish. We are again in bearish territory, but yeah, we gotta see. We don't see any meaningful bullish reaction yet. Nvidia is clearly bullish, unlike Tesla is clearly bullish. We are above the 21 EMA. We are above many important resistance levels. We are still maintaining the bullish bias despite the sideways correction seen since May 6 over here, all right? So although we are showing some weakness, we are still maintaining the bullish bias. In this scenario, in theory, we are supposed to seek our next resistance level, which is $974 up here. Of course, just like Tesla, it would be very good to see a meaningful bullish reaction above the support area. So far, we don't see one, okay? I'm gonna be honest with you guys, we don't see one. But if we see, great. It is gonna confirm the bullish sentiment and it is going to make Nvidia possibly retest the all-time high area again. And many other stocks, which are still bullish, are facing important resistance levels. Microsoft, for instance, has a resistance area over here, 414. Apple is struggling to break the 186, which was the previous gap target over here as well. Amazon is struggling to break the 189 resistance level as well. Google is losing momentum. We see Meta is actually quite bullish. It is finally breaking the 21 EMA again. We don't see any meaningful top signal or any meaningful resistance level near the price right now. And we see Tesla totally bearish, all right, failing to break the previous resistance level. So we see many stocks along with the indices, which are approaching their all-time highs, facing important resistance areas. It all depends on how they are going to react from here, because if they break and if the indices break their own resistance areas again as well, okay, the bullish momentum will just persist. What if we don't? If we don't, then we're gonna see a possible pullback, not reversal yet, but a possible pullback to our next support levels. And I'm gonna keep you guys updated every single day on this channel, so consider subscribing if you're not a subscriber yet. Click the like button to support me as well. I wish a great weekend to you all. Thank you very much. Stay safe. See you guys next Monday.